Man,
we have Andrew Tate getting clapped off all social medias in 48 hours. Gideon being banned on Twitch beside it being 50% of a cam girl site. Corey Kenshin starting a revolutionary war against YouTube with the biggest creators, and it's all happening right now at the same time. And the problems that everybody is dealing with right now tied to one core issue is the same thing that almost got my channel packed up this year, and I kept my mouth shut. But we're not gonna talk about that right now. We got more things to explain. Every social media right now is in its own little battle with a creator, with an alias, a group of people. Everything's going on right now for the same reason. You have Twitch versus Gideon, YouTube versus all of us, Andrew Tate versus the entire demographic of social constructs. Now being on the news, everything is just going completely at it. But there's only one reason why. There's one reason why all of this is happening at the same time. I'm gonna break this down iceberg format though. So let's just lay out the dynamic for each social media. First off, everything that's happened for me, good or bad, started with 2020, as well as most of, you know, the world right now. 2020 has single-handedly reverted everything backwards. The pandemic, social media constructs, it all started from that. The biggest dynamic that changed was OnlyFans obviously coming in. OnlyFans was the biggest platform, pretty much an XXL freshman coming in during the pandemic.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even peep that. He's putting me on game right now. OnlyFans was, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, Matt.
Pandemic. Social media, because it single-handedly pedestalized women, over sexualized them, allowed them to abuse weak men. You already know the deal. Yeah, bad baby getting 50 mil here, Corinna getting 15 mil over there, you know, just and once again, it's not their fault, it's the men are the problem here. Like, there are people throwing millions of their dollars at women, all because of OnlyFans. It's all started with the pandemic, but you have to watch the reshock effect that goes through every platform right now, because it actually has a lot more to do with every problem we see with all these YouTubers and streamers than you think. Instagram, past 3-4 years, it has turned into an absolute Kim Kardashian clone factory, bro. 60% of Instagram right now is plastic big booty bitches and spots trying to slide into your DM.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? You've been watching my fucking videos. They're bots. What's going on with that? Why are bots and all of this trying to hit me up?
Twitter allows nude content, inappropriate content, any content.
Even hacking my fucking friends, bro.
It's pretty much become a main traffic source for social media for anyone that does OnlyFans. I'm really just trying to show y'all that most of these platforms' algorithm is.
Yo, be safe, bro. They're hacking bots and shit like that. They're getting into the people's fucking. They're getting to your friends trying to ask for information, bro. Do not fall for that shit, bro. Instagram, these sites are done.
Become essentially sexually dominant. So we have a monetary tube for all three of these platforms, all tying into the same demographic of people. I don't even think I need to talk about TikTok. TikTok has single-handedly done the biggest divert from being a children's platform of all time. There is just so much ass on that platform. It's come on, bro. And we know how the traffic goes from TikTok. Everyone on TikTok in the comment section says one thing: Twitter? You got a Twitter? Where's your Twitter? Where's your Twitter? She have a Twitter? Twitter's crazy. You go from TikTok to Twitter to OnlyFans. You go from Instagram to DMs or OnlyFans. You look on YouTube. Obviously, YouTube has a, you know, broad sense of what is advertisable on that platform, as you can see about what's going on right now. You go on the front page on a fresh account, you're obviously seeing Sniper Wolf for Mr. Beast. It's that simple. So you have a highly marketable man here, good views, family friendly, pretty much the perfect ad friendly YouTuber, as you can tell by his content, how it's monetarily based. And then on the other side, you have pretty much eye candy of the year, Sniper Wolf. Monetizable, good looking, female, cleavage. Mike Malak absolutely like rescaling vlog content for the platform by bringing in porn stars, Lana Rhodes, Emily Willis, all these people. You see David Dobrik does the same thing. He's had all the same models and people on his videos. You see what actually dictates the platform.
It's just,
W or L.
Yeah, it is just promoting that.
Putting prawn stars in your videos on YouTube. YouTube loves it. This gets on trending. Having prawn stars in your video front and center. Where do you think you're gonna go after watching this? You know damn well, YouTube, but you put it on trending.
What happened to you guys' OF pages in like the weeks after?
Oh, this is what happened.
Of my career.
There you go. What did I say? She blew up.
Best month of my career.
Best month of her career.
What did I say? She had the best month of her career because of Sidemen. Do you see how much traffic they're funneling to hoes?
And I made just under $1 million.
What? She made $1 million a month because of Sidemen.
What the fuck?
Platform. This is what you do when you get a bunch of money and you just chase numbers.
It was
And I don't even gotta say anything about Twitch. Y'all know where I stand on Twitch, but you know, you can go on the platform fresh account. You're catching a hot tub section. Females are getting banned for like no time for anything, and they're just traffic cam girl sites and OnlyFans. Females are getting banned for like no time for anything, and they're just traffic cam girl sites and OnlyFans. We already know Twitch is probably the biggest cesspool of them all. They've banned the S word, the I word, the V word, all relating to male and female sexual dynamics. Gideon's going crazy right now because he's been indefinitely banned for talking about Pokimane and doing all the hate raid things that he did to her. Meanwhile, people are showing their private parts or actually having intercourse and getting a week ban or less. So that's the surface. That's social media right now. Now let's look at the opposers. You have Andrew Tate, and the main things he has done is pretty much oppose all of the women and, you know, men dominating social media in favor of women. His main influence he's been laying out has been either trying to like rescale male value, trying to improve male value, or just trying to pull down the whole feminism domination on social media, all the women, whatever. He's essentially just coming here to reset playing fields, but he's come very aggressive and controversial, and that's led to a whole storm. And then you have Gideon, of course, who was banned on Twitch because he went on to Pokimane's stream, told everybody that she has her own relationship, she doesn't support any of those male viewers in the chat, trying to rescale that, and then obviously he went and hate rated her and dropped the L's plus ratios. Common 2022 activity. Now I laid everything out for you. You have the platforms, you have the creators, you have the you know, opposition, the beef and everything, but what lies in between everything that I just mentioned? The platforms, the news outlets, the people, the creators. What is the one thing that sits in the middle of everything right now? I'll lay out the web for you on screen. We have the entire web of controversy on the internet right now. What is the prize in the middle? What is all of this about? What is this for? I've been sitting here watching all this go down for so long, me partially being affected by it in many ways, YouTube's problems and everything, but I never realized that the one thing that interlinks every single dynamic and just controversy happening on social media, everything coming all together, is all about monetizing the vulnerable man. The way people have leveled the scale and the playing field for dominating social media platforms, it's all been in favor of taking advantage of the weak.
Whoa, taking advantage of
They are without a doubt the highest paying customers amongst any social media and all social medias at the same time. You wouldn't have all this Instagram model stuff running around crazy. TikTok wouldn't be the way it is. Algorithm wouldn't be dominated by, you know, just like lustful content or whatever. Twitter wouldn't be just threading traffic over to other platforms. Twitch would not have a hot tub section and would not have taken words away to protect people from feeling discouraged from blowing money on women if it wasn't all linked for the same reason. I think it's worthy of noting, you know, all these platforms are kind of on the same page here. I mean, if Andrew Tate got clipped from 5 platforms in 48 hours, you can't just chalk that up to coincidence. If Andrew Tate can hop onto Fox News and say whatever he wants, then it goes to show that there truly is probably a humane reason why all these platforms wanted to bop him in 48 hour span, same time and everything coordinated. And trust me, I'm not sitting here trying to just ride more Andrew Tate. I've already made my content. I said I don't have no sides in this, but it's worthy of noting all the factors going on. I'm simply just trying to make everybody aware of what's happening at the moment. Nonetheless, if all platforms were to ban Andrew Tate at the same time, the point I'm trying to make here is they all had mutual reason for that. It's very clear that if they all banned him at the same time within the same weekend, the odds are it wasn't for different reasons. It's not like 5 platforms are going to have different reasons for banning the same person at the same time. It was mutual. His reputation was brought down for one thing, and that's cool. I'm not here to judge on it, but I'm simply pointing out what's happening. And then you have Gideon. I thought a lot of things about the Gideon situation. I talked about it on Twitter a lot. I talked about it on my stream, and you know, he did do the hate raid. It's against TOS. It's pretty clear, but the severity of his ban is completely imbalanced to all the other women right now. I'm sure you guys see it on Twitter. Once again, it's taken me months to put all the dots together, but it all just hit me recently. I mean, once again, you have all the things going on with the people getting banned for a week, less for all the inappropriate things they do. Women are allowed to, you know, be naked, be whatever, do whatever they want on Twitch. You know, you're back in a week. You're back doing whatever. Gideon's been gone for almost a year. Do we know why? Because yeah, he violated TOS just as much as any of these other women, and he has showed remorse and apologized just like these other girls. But why isn't he back? Why isn't he back? Gideon, without even realizing it, stung Twitch in the one spot that makes them go round. Gideon straight up hurt them where it hurts. He fucked with their rubies. If any of you guys remember the specific moment Gideon was ranting, it's important to key back and just focus on what he actually said. The reason why he is still banned is not because of the hate raid, it's not because of his breakage of TOS, and it's not because of his possible lack of remorse while he messes around at TwitchCon. It lies within what he said.
If you're from Pokimane, if you're from Pokimane's chat, and you have a penis, I'm gonna tell you this right now. She is not gonna bro. I don't care how much you donated.
Oh, the low value
I
man.
don't care how many hours you watch her.
He's
She's
hurting the
not
low
gonna,
value.
bro. She has a man's. Bro, you probably don't want to hear this. You probably don't want to hear this. You probably don't want to hear this. But I'm sorry. She's getting on every night by another. She is getting.
He basically threatened Twitch's highest paying customers right there. He essentially tried to discourage the male viewers from sitting in Pokemon's chat and laying out money. I mean, it's obviously a stretch that anyone watching Pokemade would think that they're only worthy of just paying her sub money or whatever, just so that they could possibly receive affection from her in the future. I think it's stupid. I think also Pokemade is very underrated. I think she has a ton of viewers, and for people to say she only gets viewers, like Sneeko saying she only gets viewers because of like guys wanting to get with her, it's stupid. She's one of the biggest streamers on the platform. Put some respect on her name. But it's clear what Gideon said is the one thing that no platform would ever want to hear. When you realize the one key motive that overlaps every single platform is these men that pour money into these platforms, the weak men, whatever you want to refer to them as. When you realize this one factor, this one key for every platform overlaps, you understand why what Gideon did is essentially the worst thing he could have done to Twitch. If someone with a similar view count to Pokemon, let's say maybe your Raids, let's say they're both live with 15,000 viewers, which stream do you think is pulling in more money? Pokemon and your age can have the same viewers, similar amounts of subs, but overall, you know Pokemon is getting endless amounts of more donation because that's the demographic that she's currently benefiting off. She has plenty of female viewers and male viewers that watch her just because she's a great creator. But we all know there is a stat padding for these female streamers because most of them have tons of sorry men in their chat. At the end of the day, it's like there's nothing you can do about it. They're just there. And if you didn't know, YouTube and Twitch, when you donate to them or you donate to streamers on that platform or you sub to streamers, whatever you do, Twitch makes money and so does the creators themselves. When you subscribe to a streamer on Twitch, they get what, 60%, somewhere between 50, 60 and 70% of that money depending on their contract. Twitch gets the other half. Same thing for donations. Twitch and the streamers split the money that comes to them. So if you're Twitch, would you rather hold Amaranth out on the front page getting all the money that she gets, or would you rather hold out your Rage on the front page knowing the money that he gets? You're obviously going to throw Amaranth out there, highlight her, pin her to the front of your website because she's going to bring in more money naturally for the two of you. It's a partner, it's a business, it's an agreement. They have laid out hot tub streams across the front page, made a whole section so that it is easier for people to navigate and find these people. They have banned the three words of discouragement to weak men, the three words derogatory towards lower value men. And now Gideon did the one thing there isn't a one offense you could commit to Twitch worse than what Gideon did. People are outright having intercourse on their platform, spreading their private parts across the screen, abusing animals, doing everything on their platform, threatening the headquarters. You can do anything you want on Twitch and come back if you apologize. But Gideon, what he did, there's no coming back from that. He f***ed with their bag.
Yo, I'm not trying to be a snitch or nothing, but this is actually ridiculous. This is just straight up porn on Twitch. And the reason I'm complaining is because I don't have an account, right? So look at this. I don't have an account, but I just look up Twitch, go on there, boom. She's literally on the home page, and I don't have an account.
Man, they promote
so that means any
man.
kid that goes on Twitch, she's gonna be the first person they see. Twitch, you're literally promoting porn to kids. You need to stop this, bro. This is ridiculous. I need you guys to send this to every news site. This is actually sickening. And she even said it. Is this even allowed? Yeah, it is allowed because you've been doing this for 2 years? 2-year anniversary. 2-year anniversary. So yeah, Twitch.
Ironically enough, at the time I'm finishing up editing this actually on Twitch right now, Violet Myers, a big time prawn star, just completely let her milkers out and hang. And I don't want to understate this. These are like triple D's. These are like gallons of milk just swinging around on the Twitch timeline right now. And apparently she only got banned for 1 day. Y'all really think Twitch would just begin proudly accepting prawn on their website if there wasn't an incentive, maybe a business incentive there? He tried to discourage the men who truly feed Twitch's platform. Twitch's only main priority, the one thing that is important to them the most. Gideon took a
If you like Twitch, you love Pornhub Live. Oh my god.
Pornhub
Live, prawn.
Is why I think he will never be back on Twitch.
Gideon's apology didn't do shit. They just wiped their ass with it. Like, it's not making sense. Gideon's offense was much less severe than fucking on camera. getting your fucking back blown out, and also making terrorist threats about shooting up the goddamn company. Like, his is so trivial in comparison to all of those things, and yet his is the most severe punishment so far.
Andrew Tate.
He's black. I mean, I'm not gonna do it like that, but
their
he also
beefs
took
on
away
social
their back.
platforms.
You know,
They have both essentially put themselves in the worst positions because they have threatened the only thing that matters to any of these platforms. Once again, I mentioned before the woman who threatened to shoot up the platform. Gideon talked about it. They accepted her apology in under a month. Once again, this isn't something that they truly believe. Like, you know, they don't pick these people and be like, oh, we need her because she makes us money. These random cases we talk about, they're just simply the after effect. She's not a huge streamer. She's not racking them in mad money like Amaranth or Pokimane might be. But once again, the way these people are judging these streamers and assessing their, you know, their bans, it's all like it's residue. It's an after effect of how they've been used to judging for the last 2 years. Just like how they're used to unfairly judging, you know, a WL community streamers or even just male streamers in general. You have your Rage, who was almost perm banned for his profile picture, which is straight up a cartoon. I always told my chat I would never go to Twitch after seeing the way Kai and your Rage have just been banned multiple times. Your Rage has been banned on Twitch for no explanation multiple times. Took him forever to get pardoned. I'll talk about that later on, but he was almost permed for a profile picture. Kai just said the word monkey and got clapped. But once again, you see the female streamers here, whether it makes them a lot of money or not, it's easy for them to just go by what they're used to doing, and that's letting them off the hook. But they're just used to it. These cases just continue to happen. I'm just bringing them up for evidence because once again, it's evidence of what they're used to doing.
And I think a much bigger problem to talk about is how Twitch, it feels like, ignores this new side, this new whole circle of content creation that is taking over their platform. I'm talking about the WL community. People like Aiden Ross, Kai, I'm Dante, like these really awesome creators who are bringing a whole new audience to the website, and people who also aren't as brand safe. And it feels like Twitch fails to highlight that community, which is a primarily black community, and brought a whole new audience of viewers who are completely different from the old viewers of Twitch. And to me, that's also a huge issue that probably should be talked about a bit more. Why are they being ignored? I mean, they're literally some of the biggest creators on the website.
Because they're not bringing in as much money. They just get the viewership, but viewership don't matter when it's not funneling to money. Yeah, they can, you know, post it up to shit, and they're probably making money. You know what I'm saying? But Amaranth is making money. You know what I mean?
Community is growing at an exponential rate. To continue to ignore it, and to continue to exclude, to continue to act as if like it's not even happening, bro. Act like it's not even happening is absurd. It's crazy, bro.
So yeah, you could argue that there is like racist evaluation going on with those creators. Divide the average Twitch creator space out by gender and race, right? You have white men, white women, black men, black women. You can take all 4 demographics right here, divide it up by gender and race. You can easily tell which side Twitch is going to pander to more. We already know through Twitch's history that naturally they do pander to women more. This whole entire uprising led by Gideon on Twitch has been over the fact that women are treated way better than men and let off the hook because they are clearly prioritized by Twitch. Then between the white and the black streamers, it's clear, very clear that the white streamers are the priority, as why Twitch has never even shown the WL community the light of day. I have never in my life seen Twitch just go out of their way to promote any new and uprising black creators, and I think we know why.
Constant at to put them on their front page or acknowledge them or anything like that.
They're not.
Why?
It's bad marketing.
Okay, at least you yo, thank you for putting a low tier guy. People like to act fucking crazy that he be saying shit, bro, but he's not fucking lying, bro.
Now, do I agree with the ethics displayed in that video or think it's justified? No, but I do think, however, despite disagreeing with those persons' takes in that video, I do think that is how Twitch looks at Kai or people in the WL community, and I think that's how they determine them and who they want to push forward instead. Essentially, just take it like a 4-quadrant graph. I'm sure most of you guys have been to school at least 10, 11, 12 years old, 5th, 6th grade, where you have the positive sides, the negative sides, and the sides that dabble in between. When you have Twitch's priorities, and this is personally what I think they prioritize, this is where everybody lays on the scale. To determine how you get to each corner, each side has a positive and a negative. So to get to the top right, you have 2 positives, bottom left is 2 negatives, and then the 2 people in between. You have white women, 2 positives, race and gender. These are your 2 variables for positive and negative here. On the top left, you have a male streamer, less marketable than a female, of course, for money in Twitch's eyes, but they are white, so they're still promotable on the front page. As you move to the bottom right, you're positive, you have a female, negative, but they are black or just non-white in general, any race outside of white. Twitch, what I assume, doesn't deem that as marketable as the average ear-licking OnlyFans cam girl on the top right, whatever, right? And then you move to the the bottom left quadrant, you have to go negative and to the left, negative and down. That is 2 negative factors. You have Kai, a male streamer who is also not white. And what I think is they don't deem people like Kai and people in the WL community as advertisable and marketable, just like Low Tier God and many other people can see, as these other streamers across the quadrants. And also with the YouTube age restrictions with Corey, everything that's going on with Corey right now, you could truly argue, I mean, yeah, it's reasonable. He's absolutely like in
they don't like it when black people use the N-word, man.
100% the right position for him to believe that it could be racist the way he's been treated compared to people like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye. It also could just be about the money. It could just be how advertisable he is. Twitch and YouTube might not view these black creators as advertisable. It could just come down to the way they view who they can make more money off of. It's a shame to see, you know, like black creators get the stick end of it. It's really disappointing because a lot of them are truly, you know, Kai is one of the best streamers on Twitch right now. So if you really want to blame the standard for possible racism, I guess you could either blame it on the advertiser lenders or you could blame it on the creators. What I mean by that is Twitch and YouTube choosing to support white creators way more than black creators on their platforms and push them out more. You could argue that they truthfully believe that they make more money off white creators, or they think their image would be better for that. And if so, then yeah, it's racist and they want to make more money off white people rather than the black creators. But if you didn't know, you know, the way YouTube works is people like me, I get paid because of advertisers wanting to put ads in my video.
I'm tired of this shit. Black paper, oh my god, bro. I'm fucking slurring because I'm upset, bro. Black people, niggas, create a majority of the content. We set the ways, bro. That's why we created a WL community, bro. And y'all know. They're just probably watching, analyzing their
videos. YouTube might have
just, oh yeah, let's absorb that and put that into the
just adapted to a standard that the advertisers set. Google and the people who throw ads out, they might not pay as much money for ads on like a Corey Kenshin video versus a Markiplier video. So at the end of the day, maybe it could be just YouTube adapting to the racist standard set by the ads. It goes ads, YouTube creators. So it's either set by YouTube or it's set by the advertisers. Regardless, I just know that YouTube and Twitch, they're gonna push whoever makes them more money, and that's essentially why we're all here. That's why everything's happening. Civil war. Now, my experience with age restrictions has essentially taught me I can do whatever I want until I start getting views. For people like me, like all of my videos that have ever been age restricted, they don't get age restricted until they start getting views. I could post a video that would get age restricted, but if it only gets 10, 20, 30, 40,000 views, it'll be cool. But once that video hits 200K, 300K, oh yeah, that's getting clapped. Once you get to a really high point on YouTube, like, you kind of get to a little line and you teeter on one side or the other. Once you get really big, YouTube's either going to decide, do we want you sticking around or not? And they're either going to clap you like they did to people like Leafy, or they're going to see that you've decided to play their game and throw you to the moon. FaZe Rug, Jesser, Mr. Beast. You can either play nice and you can be their golden child. Once you get to a high extent, once you start actually bringing in money on YouTube, that's when YouTube's really going to decide, okay, do we actually accept you or not? I think for extra context, it's worth noting, like, these age restrictions are no joke. When I tried to push the Corey video out on my community page, a lot of people were complaining in the comments saying, oh, he pulled the Ross's card, oh, he did this, it's just an age restriction, you have 14 mil, cry about it. I don't think you guys realize these age restrictions are like Weapon X to them. The reason why people are able to just get thrown off the platform or kept on the platform, or like I said, my videos, they use these age restrictions as weapons. They weaponize the age restrictions. Once I make a video they don't like and it gets to 300K, they're age restricting it. When you get a video age restricted, they actually don't tell you why now. I thought that was always
crazy
the case.
as fuck. I already got
They took that away in the last 2 years. And as I'm making this video, I understand why. I get it. I actually get it. They have the power to throw down anybody for whatever they want, and they don't need an explanation. They don't need a reason to throw an age restriction at you. And these age restrictions can kill your channel. I mean, I'll admit for Corey, like, Corey's got a lot of views to go around. So if his video gets killed when he gets the video age restricted, he can post more videos. His algorithm will still do good. But once again, for someone like me, do you know what an age restriction does to me? People were telling me all year this year that I fell off. This was arguably the hardest year of my life on YouTube out of the 3.5 years I've been making these videos. And it's because in February, as I was about to go viral and peak, I got age restricted, and for the next 5 months, my channel was on the dirt.
Nah, what the fuck? They did you dirty like that?
Compilation, but they age restricted me and they denied the review in under 2 minutes, meaning they didn't watch the whole video.
I'm very confident that there is no human being in the review process for appeals. In fact, I would wager my virginity that there is no human being that looks at appeals. And if I'm wrong, then I fully invite the YouTube policy head to come hot dog me.
Who is making these decisions? Like, who is, I didn't even know it was a whole committee. Who is making the decisions to determine what is and what isn't right on these platforms? Especially when, again, you have guidelines and everybody else is trying to abide by them as much as possible. Again, bro, if you have guidelines, it's
like,
fine.
stop
But you telling me potentially a part of my, if not my whole livelihood, is based off of just some random anonymous people, and they get to dictate as they choose how they levying this. I think that's crazy.
You know, the YouTube moderation team is notoriously inconsistent, and the people who work at YouTube probably have internal biases that's hard to pinpoint. I called out Susan for something kind of similar.
The people that review your videos at the end of the day, you can upload the same video 2 days in a row. One day it could get yellow marked, one day it could not, because the person reviewing your video is probably a different person every time. It's impossible for an entire consensus of thousands of people to all have the same beliefs. The difference made between a video being okay and not on the platform could just be the person who happened to review it that day. One day I could post a video that's almost inappropriate, and someone could be having a really bad day at the YouTube headquarters. They might not be in a good mood. They might be angry about people like me, and they might say, yeah, screw this kid, I'm yellow marking him. The next day, I could have a completely different person in a splendid mood, and they might review my video, same video I post, but they might not think it's worthy of a yellow mark. And subconscious biases, opinions, you can't take these away from people. I used to get 100K plus every single video, then I went down to getting 20K if I was lucky, and now here we are. And I think that what makes all of this ironic is the situation with Tate getting clapped off these platforms. I really don't think Tate was banned because of like the women and the LGBTQ members on Instagram. I'll pop it up here. I don't think he was taken down by you guys. I really don't. And I'm not saying this to discredit you guys. I hate to break it to you. I think these platforms would have taken any reason to get these dudes off the platform. You were just their easy excuse. I mean, it's pretty clear the allegations on him, there is no base for them. Whether you like Andrew Tate or not, there is literally more evidence that he hasn't done the things people have accused him of than he has. It's pretty obvious, but once again, the more a guy like Andrew Tate sits on these platforms, the more he's pulling men over to, you know, believe what he believes in, join the cult, spread around his word. He is encouraging people to spend less and less money on these females, either directly or indirectly, based on the beliefs that he's trying to press on them. The women and LGBTQ members, I believe it was the guy who made the post, they're all saying the same thing. To the women and the LGBTQ community members, they believe that he was having a negative impression on young men because they were leading these young men to be misogynist or mean to females or anti-feminist, whatever, right? Which is a completely fair and understandable perspective. But I don't think Instagram's platforms packed Andrew Tate up for those reasons. I think they have their own reasons for doing it. Why do you think Andrew Tate, I say this from an outside perspective, to all the women and LGBTQ members or even men against Andrew Tate, why do you think he's the only person that has ever been deplatformed over gender role beliefs? I mean, this guy is no stranger to some horrible takes about women.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, what the fuck?
I've had one guy from high school just broke up. She's fresh, and I can put my imprint on her and make her a good person.
Black, if you're watching this, don't get offended. Black people can't drink. They all think they can drink. Black people can't drrink
Whether you like him or not, he has a lot of damaging takes that do everything these people on the Instagram posts say could horribly influence men. But at the same time, there's plenty more of him to go around. He's not the first, and he's not the last. Look at Fresh and Fit. Look at Kevin Samuels, probably the biggest in the game right now, doing the same thing, and they'll be fine. The Lopez brothers are still on TikTok, so is Sienna May. It's absolutely disgusting. These social media platforms, I hate to break it to you guys, fellow women and LGBTQ members, these social media platforms do not care about like the safeties of children, impressionable minds of women, or else a TikTok algorithm wouldn't be as inappropriate as it is. And people like Cardi B, James Charles, and all these messed up people would not still be on social media. Andrew Tate is the only person to get clapped, but the Lopez brothers, Sienna May, various offenders, and just like people who have done very worse things and admitted to it, Cardi B, are still on the platform. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they choose certain people over the other? Please tell me why you think they choose certain people over the other. What is the one thing I talked about at the beginning of this video? What ties everything together? What is the goal? What is the prize? It's almost like politics, like presidential candidacy. They all want to convince one person to go to them. Tate is selling a course. He wants men to go to him and buy his course because that's where all their money that they're spending on these women on OnlyFans. Andrew Tate says, nah, bring that to me. But OnlyFans women, they want him up there. They want him all the way up there. At the end of the day, whether you're like for or against Andrew Tate, Gideon, Pokimane, Amaranth, XQC, WL community streamers and YouTubers, Corey Kenshin, whoever you feel, whatever you believe in, it is very, very obvious when you read the room and just look at all the factors. Every decision made on social media in the last 2 weeks has been in benefit of the fact that they can make more money off men if the decision they did stays put. So at the end of the day, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they all kind of lucked out. Everyone came out with these false allegations on Andrew and all that because at the end of the day, with those allegations, it did actually give Instagram the weapons and fuel to do what they wanted to do and pack him up. Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, they don't want Andrew Tate on their platform, but they didn't have an excuse to pack him up. I hate to break it to you guys. You were used. You were simply used as a means to an end. All you did was make a money play for these platforms. I agree. You know what I mean? If you don't want Andrew Tate on your platform, to all my ladies out there, that's fine. You have every right to believe in what you want. But at the end of the day, I hope you understand these platforms don't respect the things that you respect, and they're not attending to your needs at all. Everything done by all these platforms, black, white, male, or female, these platforms are only doing what actually makes them more money. I hate to break it to you. It's a business. It's how the world works. But you know what I have to admit? One thing I think is very interesting I want to call out Andrew Tate for that I don't think anybody has thought about. You know how Andrew Tate made his money, right? He made millions of dollars back in the day off of cam girl websites. Now, once again, he's defended himself, and a lot of people support him in doing this because the women also got paid too, right? It was a mutual deal between Andrew Tate and the women. They both made their money. We shared it with the women. I made the money more than they would ever make. But hold on a second. Hold on a second, Andrew. I'm sitting here criticizing Twitch because Twitch sits here and promotes these female streamers and pretty much has turned itself into a 50% cam girl site because they are making money off these only men. And Andrew Tate, you're sitting here selling your course.
Oh, Twitch is Andrew Tate.
To thousands of people trying to say men are invisible, men are lonely. You want to convince these men to join your party and stop paying these women because you're rich and you're better. But weren't you got your entire life savings off of these men? Does that not make it? Hold on. Does this not make Andrew Tate the biggest hypocrite in the entire internet right now? Let's think about this for a second, guys. You were hip to this wave before anybody else. You took advantage of lonely invisible men before anybody to get rich. But then you doubled back. And with all that money, you convinced people that now they were worth paying you. It's actually sickening. Andrew Tate might be the biggest finesser of all time. Imagine a weak man is sitting in this chair right now. Bro basically said, yo, I got these women over here. Come spend $30 million on these depressed, lonely, sexy women who need help paying for their cars and their houses. And then 10 years later, bro walked over here and said, yo,
don't do that. Are you kidding me? Can you come over here?
I care about y'all. I don't want y'all to be lonely, miserable, depressed. Show y'all money to me because I'm a $30 million rich man.
You got money up in you.
Oh, is that ass running y'all in circles right now? Isn't that insane? Look, anyone, they stand to benefit from weak men who borrow money. So 2 concluding points in this video. First off, keep your bag safe, bro. Don't try to be one of these weak men. Don't be throwing money around on OnlyFans. It's not worth it. These people are taking advantage of you and benefiting from you. That's been the case for 2 years now. If you're already doing it, I probably can't stop you, but that is obviously one of the biggest problems going on right now. My other point will be, if you're going to be a YouTuber, if you're going to be a streamer, I just need you to know these platforms only care about you as much as you can provide them with their bag, bro. As long as you can keep these platforms making money, that's all that matters. So if you're gonna make YouTube videos, if you're gonna stream on Twitch, you have to be aware that if you think you can just fly by doing whatever you want on the platform, if you're going against what they might believe in or what they might approve of, be aware you have a ceiling. You can only get so far. These platforms will only stand for the things that you're able to do if you're paying them. And that's the truth, man. That's it. So Matt Radiant, year 3 on YouTube is complete. YouTube, Twitch, social media is all at war. Tate, Gideon getting screwed. At the end of the day, we all know why. And I hope this video provides you guys with enough knowledge. That's what really matters here. As long as you guys have the knowledge is more powerful than anything in the world. So thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys for supporting me through my 3rd year of YouTube. I hope you guys have learned.
If you enjoyed Matt, man, sub up to Matt, man. If you enjoyed the video, man, sub up to everybody, bro. I love y'all. Fuck Twitch.